I think that as a defense we're underachieving a little bit, but I think that comes with just a little lack of inexperience. But I think over the UCF game, I think they did make some strides, but obviously not good enough to get us a W. But we just got to continue to work our fundamentals, our execution, and then we got to make plays. And that was the bottom line. Last week, I thought, in general as a defense and with my outside backers, they executed what they were supposed to do. Now it's just making more plays. And, that's what I think in general as a team that we got to do is just be able to execute and then be playmakers.
Did you foresee Sione having the kind of impact that he's been having recently?
Yeah, I think, we all kind of saw that during fall camp. He came in right away and we knew he could pass rush right off the bat. So that's why we moved him from inside backer to outside backer. And, as the season goes on, I think he's going to continue to make a big impact with our team.
His health hasn't been great. Is Bronson the right fit at the right spot for you now that you look at it through 6 games?
Yeah, ever since spring ball and fall camp, I've seen it now. It's just a lot of it is, barely had any practice in fall camp. Really, he's only played in 3 games. And so as the season goes on, he's going to continue to get better. He's going to continue to get more productive, going to feel more comfortable. Obviously, there's things that we did with Kyle and with other guys out there that we're not going to be able to do with Bronson, but there's things that we're going to be able to do with Bronson we weren't able to do with those other guys, and we have done, which showed up last week in the Central Florida game. So as he continues to get healthy and gets comfortable at the position, I think he'll be more productive out there.
Are you planning on having Alani this weekend or not?
Still up in the air. We'll wait to see. It's kind of a day-by-day thing, and we'll really make, I think, that decision on Thursday or Friday.
What did you learn about the young guys, Sione and Fred Warner and
Kai
even?
Yeah, we knew all along all those guys were really good athletes, and we just didn't know if they could make plays. And on Thursday night, we learned that those guys could make plays. Every single one of those guys made plays. And so now it's just being able to find a role for those guys, especially when guys start to get healthy. We know that we got to play Kai. We know that we got to play Sione. We got to play Fred. And so when Alani gets healthy, when Craig gets healthy, we'll find a role for those guys because they showed up, really a critical game for us with the spotlight on them, and they came out and I thought they performed really well.
Did you assess the special teams at this point in the season?
Yeah, I thought the first 4 games we did really, really well. I think our kickers have been the highlight of special teams, especially our punter and our kicker. And then I think the last 2 games we've taken a step back. Really didn't do much against Utah State. It was kind of just, really didn't have anything that stood out. But last week, the thing that really killed us is Scott didn't kick the ball great on the punt team, and then the 2 things that I thought changed the game was the kickoff return right after we were up 24-10, which set them up for a touchdown, and then a punt return. Really, they had 3 big punt returns. One that was really crucial that set them up for a touchdown and tie it up. And so those 2 kicks right there, those 2 returns, really just killed us. And as much as we helped our team win against Virginia, I thought we helped our team lose the game against Central Florida. And if we don't give up those 2 big returns, I think we win the game, personally, in my opinion. With everything else, not worrying about what happened on offense or defense. If we don't give up those 2 big returns, I think we win the game.
Was that a product of fatigue or new guys in positions?
You know what, I would say the guys that are on the punt team, those guys battled. I was proud of those guys. Jordan Leslie, Sky Pove, Algie Brown, Paul Asike, guys that are playing basically every single rep on offense and defense. But that's how we design our punt team. And those guys know it going into the game. They know that's basically another offense or defensive play. And so we did rotate some guys in there at the end because I think we punted the ball 10 or 11 times. And so they did get a lot of reps, but they know going into the game they're going to get a lot of reps on that if we end up punting the ball. But we try to put our best guys on our punt team because we believe that team is going to have the biggest effect on the outcome of the game and field position.
Are you going to rotate your punt returner, or are you going to settle on one eventually?
Yeah, I think we saw some things from Keanu Nelson that I liked. So I liked seeing him in there. I think Mitch Jurgens has been our most productive guy. Devon is kind of hit and miss. I think really he's just trying too hard to make a big play, and he just needs to go out there and do what the scheme tells him to do. And sometimes he tries to go out of what it tells him to do. But for right now, I think we're gonna stick with Mitch and probably give Keanu more of a role, and see if Devon can settle down a little bit and execute a little better.